Good morning students, my name is Mangalam Agarwal. In the previous lecture I have discussed about the environmental baseline, or we can say that the environmental inventory. So now we are today discussing about the LCA, that is life cycle assessment, which is very important for your semester examination. Okay, so we define the LCA. The LCA is given by the ISO 14040:1997. Okay, the LC is given by the International Organization of Standard ISO 14040:1997. Please remember this. Okay, so we define the according to the ISO define the LCA as the following, that the we define the LCA according to the ISO as the compilation and the evaluation of the input, output and the potential environmental impact of the product of a system throughout its life cycle. Okay, the International Organization for Standardization, that is ISO, define the LC as the following: compilation and the evaluation of the input, output and the potential environmental impact of a product of a system throughout its life cycle. Among the tools that the life cycle management, or the LCM, or environmental balance, is one of the most comprehensive and the high performance method. Okay, so the LCM, that is life cycle management or the environmental balance, is one of the most comprehensive and the high performance method according to the ISO 14040. LCA is the only method that can assess the environmental impact of a product of a system or an activity over its entire life cycle period. Okay, LCA is a broader approach to deal with the environmental impact in manufacturing of any product. Okay, we define the LCA in the terms of environmental impact as the broader approach which deals with the environmental impact in manufacturing of any product. This approach recognizes that environmental concern entire into every step of the process with respect to the manufacturing of the product, and thus examines the environmental impact of the product and all stages which are included in the product life cycle period. Okay, so now it has the different phases, that is goal and the scope definition. The LCA define the goal and the scope definition, inventory definition, assessment of the potential impact and the interpretation of the inventory data. So goal and the scope definition, study model define the methodological framework which all other LCA phases must related with it. Okay, inventory of all input and the output data related to the product system, assessment of the potential environmental impact associated with these input and the output data, and the next one is the interpretation of the inventory data and the potential impact assessment, which are result related to the goal and the scope definition of the study. Okay, so now what are the applications, different applications of the life cycle assessment? The first one is it has become an important tool for the environmental impact assessment, that is EIA, of the product and the material and the businesses that are depend on it for their decision making factor. The information obtained from the LCA can also influence the environmental policies and the regulations. In practice, LCA are mainly used for the comparison, manufacturing, commercial development. Okay, so in the comparison, for company on an environmental basis, for comparing the various type of similar products, life cycle stages to enhance the environmental value of the product method and the process choices. In the manufacturing, we define the LC as the improvement label for manufacturing phases. LC can be used with the aim of finding the most ecological way to improve the product manufacturing. Under the manufacturing, it can also be useful as a decision making tool for the new product development, as a guide for the optimization of energy and the raw material consumption. Okay, it can also be used for the identification purpose of the solution in the emission reduction and the possible substitution for the harmful substances. Okay guys, so in the commercial development, LCA can also be used for the commercial development. It can be used for obtaining the authorization purpose in the case of new product, for the marketing purpose also, and it work as an aid for informing the public. So everything has advantage and the disadvantages too. So what are the advantages of the life cycle assessment? That it examines the product service quality, commercially strong product. Okay, and these limitations are geographically dependent, assess only the potential impact, not the real impact. The result of the two LCA on the same subject may differ according to the objectives, process quality of the data, and the impact assessment method used. So this is about the life cycle assessment, which is very important for your semester examination point of view. This will cover your about 10 marks, 10 to 20 marks. So guys, you can write from there, that is life cycle assessment. Please remember this, the ISO gives the LCA, that is life cycle assessment. The ISO 14040 is to 1997, and the 1997 is the year in which the LCA has implemented. Okay, so you can write from there. Okay guys, these are the 4 different phases in which the LCA are working. These are the applications. So guys, in the next class we will discuss one more important topic for your semester examination. Thank you guys.